The content in this magazine could contain references of topics and difficult subject matter that may be triggering. Please honor yourself, inner knowing, and proceed with whatever help or guidance you feel is intuitively aligned. Welcome to Sovereign Magazine Podcast. I'm Nicole George, CEO and founder of Sovereign. I'm so happy you are here. We are the magazine podcast and community guiding 5 million women to their sovereign selves. From heart-led conversations to magical meditations, our inspiring guests will show you how they can help you step into your sovereign self. Are you ready to listen to your inner voice and step into your power? Then keep listening to hear all of the intuitive messages meant for you today. Hello. Today I have the privilege of reconnecting with Bonnie Morrow, one of our amazing contributors. She is a heart activator and quantum energetics practitioner who helps women embody their truth, find healing, and fall deeply in love with life again. A proud mama of little ones, she's compassionate and passionate about guiding others to walk through life with an open heart, creating their own heaven on earth. And she believes that abundance is our birthright and is building a vibrant community within Sovereign Community of women ready to step into their innate power. Welcome, Bonnie.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited today. We are going to be diving into some really near and dear topics for me, and I'm sure I will reveal what came up recently for me last night, as we're going to be talking about motherhood and clarity amongst chaos, which is our theme of our August new moon issue. And your article, From Overwhelm to Alignment, Rediscovering Myself in Motherhood. You share very raw and tender stories about your evolution of your identity through motherhood. And you walk us through the shifts that you have had to make from a really freedom filled life, if I must say, to a sacredly intense, different type of life raising children, if you will, and how that journey has brought you back to a sense of self and a powerful spiritual remembering. And so, for those who haven't had a chance to read your article yet, maybe you can catch them up on all of that, where you started, what happened after your births of your children.
Before children, I really did live a life of freedom. I lived life to the fullest. I enjoyed life. I traveled. I took every opportunity that came to me and just went for it. And without having to check in with anyone, I have my partner, my husband. We've been married for almost 18 years now. And we did this life together, this life of freedom and fun and enjoyment. And yeah, he was just like my partner in love and in life and in joy. And so we waited almost 10 years to have kids. And so when we did, I felt ready. I felt I was ready to buckle down and ready for some change. And but I knew that being a mom was going to have its challenges. I just had no idea how chaotic it would feel. And I had no idea, yeah, just what that would look like for me. As you know, who can know until you experience it? So, with the birth of my firstborn, my son, I ended up having to have a C section. He was born a month early. And but he was very healthy and everything was fine. It was in 2020, so he was born right before everything shut down with the pandemic, and the pandemic brought about its own isolation, and then new motherhood within that was it was isolating. But, my son and I, we found our way, and little by little it got easier. And he just brings so much joy and playfulness into my life. And I am so thankful for that. And becoming his mom, well, it came with its its aspects of postpartum depression and anxiety. It also helped me develop these other parts of me that I had not yet developed, like my voice and my sense of authority and just what it means to be the person for someone else. You're just responsible for this little being, and what an honor that is. And so when I had my second child, my daughter, her birth was something that I didn't expect. I mean, I expected to have her, she was planned. What I mean is, there's something that happens when a woman gives birth. Her body opens up and she becomes a portal between realms. And I did not fully understand this until it happened. And what a beautiful place to be. What a beautiful thing to experience. And so when she came through, there was another portal that was activated within me. And it was a portal to my spiritual awakening that happened back in 2012. So in 2012, I had this spiritual awakening in which I fully understood and saw pure, unconditional divine love and the interconnectedness of all things. And after that happened in 2012, I kind of fell back asleep. I couldn't hold the spiritual awakening. It went back to routine as usual. Yes, I went back to my full fun life, but the spiritual awakening, I kind of went back to sleep. We'll call it a spiritual amnesia. And so when my daughter was born in 2023, it activated a portal back to 2012. And all of a sudden, all this information, all these downloads, this activation of divine love happened within my heart. And from there, a series of synchronicities found me, and it brought me to really rise up into my sacred power as mother and as a spiritual activator.
Yeah.
So, with the birth of my daughter, it really up-leveled the chaos of motherhood. So all of this spiritual activation is happening beneath the surface, and it's quiet, and I didn't even realize it was happening because on the surface is all this chaos of motherhood. My toddler is struggling with having a new baby. My husband was working night shift, so he was never home at night, but then he was asleep all day, so it felt like he was never there. The house is in chaos. There's toys everywhere, laundry, dishes is just, and all the crying. And for me, I'm a highly sensitive person, and I I had no idea how much the noise level would impact me. And I realized how important it is for me to have moments of peace and solitude for my mental and emotional well being. So I started to feel a lot of resentment because I felt like that was taken away from me. But the beautiful thing that happened, one day, I was nursing my daughter and she fell asleep on me. And suddenly I had this vision of this golden spiraling light and a full body understanding and energetic understanding of unconditional love beyond space and time. And after that happened, I started to shift. My perspective started to shift. And I found myself going from sort of a victim mentality of everything is happening to me and I have no control, to everything is happening for my growth and evolution. And I get to choose how I perceive this and what I can do with it and how I can grow. From there, it really was a shift in perspective. My views on motherhood, on my kids, everything changed. I started to see the beauty in all of the little moments. Like, yes, my house is in shambles, but the sound of my toddler's laughter had the power to take me out of that moment and just feel pure joy. But I had to choose that. And it's really just about seeing the beauty in all of the little moments, right? Perception is everything. I can choose to see how chaotic my life is, or I can choose to see all of the beautiful and divine moments in my life. And where you put your attention, that's what you get more of. So once I started to feel more love and see the beauty in each moment and feel gratitude that I get to be a mother and a guide to these little beings, it really just changed my life.
Yeah. Our children do change our lives. And, for those who haven't had this experience, we honor that with you as you will have experiences that we don't. And I'm crying with you. I'm wiping away my tears because I always say I wish people would tell us, anyone who's about to have children, just how hard parenthood is and how cracked open you're going to get. And I don't want to forget to tell the listeners really quickly, just last night there was a situation with my daughter and she said that I was being dramatic. Okay, now my daughter's 13, so I won't reveal the situation just for her privacy, but I will say what happened to me. Literally on the Sagittarius full moon, of course. So we're recording this very, very early. But on the Sagittarius full moon, after your activation, Bonnie, we did an activation together. My daughter calls me dramatic, right? And it literally cracked my heart open. And I'm now going through some sort of crazy portal. And nobody could ever tell me that that was going to happen, right? We have to experience these things for ourselves. And I think so often women are so lost in the chaos of motherhood, whether you're breastfeeding or not, whether you're doing cloth diapers or not, whether you have one child or multiple children. There are just so many things. I'll never forget. My daughter was born a few months before Father's Day, and my husband said to me, I had got this cute little placard of her handprint and her footprint, and he said, I don't even want it. I just want you to be nice to me again. And that was my wake up call because I didn't even realize that the sleep deprivation and all the breastfeeding and all that garbage was making me an evil person. And that was my wake up call. He was honest enough to be like, can you just be nice to me and stop cussing at me? Because I'm not like that, right? So, for all of the women who are struggling right now in the thick of motherhood and feel like you're about to lose your stuff, I'd curse, but I don't want to get banned or anything like that. So, but when you're about to lose your stuff, we have something really special for you. So, for our Steps to Your Sovereign Self segment, Bonnie does these amazing activations, not only for us, for Sovereign on the new moon and the full moon, but in her private community, Open Heart Collective. She always does these activations. And today she's going to help you activate a coming home to yourself if you're losing your stuff, especially in the thick of motherhood. And how can you reconnect to yourself? So, if you don't have a moment right now, you will at some point in the day. So you can save this for later. But Bonnie's going to take you on a journey so you can start to come home and reconnect with yourself. Okay, take it away, Bonnie.
When you feel the chaos swirling all around you, I invite you to pause. Take a moment to notice the ground beneath your feet. And notice your breath. Start by doing a 4-4-8 breath. Inhale for the count of 4. Hold for the count of 4. And exhale for the count of 8. And do this a couple more times until you start to feel a noticeable shift. From here, bring your awareness to the base of your spine, at your root chakra. Send a grounding cord from your root chakra down, 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 down into the core of Mother Earth. Connecting with Mother Earth. She is here to hold you with the love of a mother. You are grounded. You are held. You are safe. From here, keeping this connection with Mother Earth and feeling the support, bring your awareness to the crown of your head. Notice any thoughts swirling around in your mind. And without engaging in these thoughts, just watch them float by. Notice the crown of your head softening and opening. Like there is a waterfall pouring down over your head. And the waterfall is softening and relaxing all the tension in your scalp, in your shoulders. And the waterfall's pouring down your back. And you're feeling the tension melt away in your back. and it's flowing over your hips. And you're feeling your hips relax. And the waterfall is flowing down, washing over your legs, washing away any tension in the legs, in the knees, in your ankles. And you're feeling calm and safe and at ease. And from here, you notice a column of light coming down from the cosmos, down, down, down through the crown of your head, down, down through your throat, and landing in your heart space. And here you're feeling this beautiful light fill up your heart space, expanding in all directions. With every breath, you're feeling your heart space expand in all directions. You are love. You are loved. And now you are feeling this column of light moving down, down through your solar plexus, down through your sacral, and into your root chakra. And this light is filling your root chakra, clearing any wounds, clearing any moments where you may have felt unsafe. You are safe. You are grounded. And now you are feeling that golden light rising back up through your chakras, coming up through your heart, up through your throat, third eye, and up through the crown of your head, and showering all around you in your aura. And it feels so good. This is you in your fullness. Placing your hand on your heart, feeling gratitude for this moment and all moments in this divine dance of life. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. bringing your awareness to your feet and your connection to Mother Earth. And when you are ready, open your eyes.
What a nice reset, even for anyone who doesn't have children, to be able to use when their world feels chaotic and they need clarity. And so I want to wrap up this session today with giving you the permission to access any portals that have been calling you to break open. Doesn't necessarily have to be motherhood that's breaking you open. There's so many different ways to be rebirthed and reclaim parts of you and to access new realms. So, just one parting question for anyone who is trying to remember themselves. What would be one thing they could do today to kind of tap into that?
I find the quickest way to remember is to place your hand on your heart and feel that connection. Take a deep breath into your heart space.
Yeah.
It's all inside of you.
Yeah. That was what I would have answered as well. So we're right on the same page. And so if you are looking for more activations, come into our community. Bonnie does them free for us every month. So don't you worry. Community.sovereign-magazine.com. All of her details and socials and handles and everything. She even has free meditations within our community. So definitely come in and join her. She is a beautiful soul. All her details are in the show notes, and she'll be back for more. So stay tuned, and we will see you on the next one.
May I add one more thing?
Yes, of course. Go.
I want to add something for the mothers because we did this beautiful activation. To do these activations, you have to have a moment to yourself. And I want to offer a quick tool for the moms who don't have a moment to yourself, but you need to ground and you need to reconnect. And that's just a quick 4-4-8 breath. Inhale for the count of 4, hold for the count of 4, release for the count of 8. And when you release, release through your mouth and just let it all go. And you'll be surprised at how that can shift things for you.
Yes, yes. Amongst the chaos, if we're not able to find that moment, having that tool in our tool shed all the time, our breath can connect us to so many things. So definitely take Bonnie's advice. I know we've talked on a previous show before. Stoplights and stop signs are a great time to connect in with your breath and your heart space.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you, my lovely. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with another soul-led entrepreneur here to help you step into your sovereign self. Subscribe to our magazine and podcast and join our global community for all the magic. Details to connect with today's guest or join the movement are in the show notes. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. It helps us reach our goal of guiding 5 million women to self-sovereignty.